Hey guys, it's Jacob here. I'm with my Lightning Spear Huntress Amazon. I'm gonna go through a tier 14 map here with the map boss, the highest tier map I have. Not the scariest map in the world, but it's something. And just go through, explain while I go what I've been thinking about this. It's my third time recording about this build. I think it's great so far. I think Amazon is doing great. Defensively, not the strongest, but as you'll see, hopefully, with my clear, things are pretty good in maps. Maps have been pretty chill for me overall. I just kind of run around and throw my spear and stuff dives. I can use barrage, and it kind of just explodes my entire screen. I just continue to walk around and kill stuff. Single target's pretty good too, surprisingly. You'd think with something like this, your single target would be lackluster with how good the clear feels for me. Maybe I'm just cooked and pretty slow, but to me this feels like a good thing. Yeah, there you can see, like, I'm not the tankiest in the world. I got hit there. My evasion's not even that high. So you can die if you're not careful. I'm like standing on top ground. There's a rare. I can throw down some other spears and storm lances to help with my single target. But if there's other mobs around, since lightning spear chains with Volt, one of the key support gems we'll talk about after the map, you kind of just obliterate stuff. I'm level 85. Here's pretty good. Well, if I wrote the boss, so now I guess. And I'll go through my support gems and tree after this. Oh, frozen. Sorry, I froze for a second there. And I'm gonna throw some of my spears down, and I'm auto attacking. I actually do auto attack a decent amount. On single target, as you can see how fast it is. I'm building up rage as well. I don't know how good the rage is. This is a fully self-cooked build. I just kind of click things I thought might be good. A ton of room for improvement. So again, it's going to become active. I missed everything there. Fortunately, he is taking damage, but he takes some. Good volcanic mark as well, or voltaic mark. That was pretty good. Yeah, I could actually just kill him, but I'll just throw some spears up here, so I know he's gonna be. But yeah, as you can see, my auto attack do a lot of damage. That was a tier 14 map boss. No problem for this build. If I had more evasion, I'd be tankier. Something to look into. Lots of improvement to be made to the build. But yeah, in red maps, I'm thinking tier 16 would probably be fine. But just some rares here. I can barrage, as you can see, this lightning goes flying everywhere. There's still a rare alive, not anymore. Just throwing stuff. I melee to increase my damage. Barrage to have more projectiles. Talking ground is hurting me. And as you can see, I can just kite. I got the move speed. I can come up and melee this thing once I get my other spears down. I can just like sit in melee and just auto attack things. Die. Oh no, got a rogue exile with probably more nerfs for the HP as it was today, but even if it wasn't a problem, we can just. Where he's fighting us? Oh. He is enraged by the risk right now. So I just gotta keep moving, throw down my stuff. We can.
Have enough in the pack already.
To continue the map. That was probably the scariest thing. That was harder than the boss. Guy. I'd probably want to barrage into that pack. I'll get more clear. But walk around, finish them off with an auto attack if I need to. If there's still a lot of mobs left, I'll just as you can see, like, I'm not playing safely at all. I'm not playing smartly at all. Just walking through and head lightning, obliterating pretty much everything. Auto attack to keep my damage up. Not that it's necessary, but since one straggler mob, not bad to auto attack it. Pretty high damage. There's a rare. No longer a rare. Stuck on. I'm gonna walk through. Obviously, open maps do better than closed ones. I don't know. Back up. I can kite it toward more mobs, barrage, all this stuff, and the chaining will often kill the original bear. So since it's alone, I'll throw my other spears like it is my target. Oh, it's over there. But just keep moving. Eventually, we'll die. I can get up, auto attack it. Get it. Full rares left. That guy, throw that barrage spear up there. If you want, you can wait for Voltaic Charge to get to 30. It actually does make a significant difference. Do more damage. Like if I have a 30 Voltaic barrage here, like this rare should be. And I'll go over Voltaic Charge. I'll go over everything. How the bolt works. And rare here. Alone some spear, auto attack with 2 times. And done. There, my Wind Dancer helped me out and knocked the mobs back, blinded them. Awesome. So I just get up, throw a couple spears, auto attack it, and as you can see, like the auto attack's just. That's it, map complete. Gonna clear a couple mobs. I don't full clear my maps. Especially video. Don't want it to be half an hour long. Alrighty. Back in town to go quickly over the skills. Spear Stab, I do have 5 linked because I'm level 85 and I have a high level staff or spear. I have it with Pursuit, which gives it more melee damage if I have projectile. I throw projectiles with lightning spear, so it's great. Rage, this might go eventually. I don't know if I want to keep it. I attack so fast it actually does stack up pretty high, pretty quick in single target. It might be worth. I don't know. I put it in early. Close combat, get up close. It's good for just hitting the spear stabs, what I'm trying to do. And Bullseye, because of the ascendancy, it actually gives quite a bit of crit. There's probably better link than this. I just put it in quick. Lightning Spear still in a 4 link, not a 5 link yet with that clear. Innervate, this could go in like a Herald of Thunder or a secondary ability to proc if you want. I just want it up all the time, and I've had it on my Lightning Spear since leveling because it was my clear skill. I think it's fine. If you could put it on your Herald of Thunder and have good uptime, I would do that. It's better. It'll just give you a free link. Bolt. This one's great. If you can get this with your second level 2 support gem, put it on Lightning Spear, I swear, while leveling your clear and against white mobs will just feel so much better because of the chaining. The chaining on the Lightning Spear lightning bolt will hit the original mob, chain, and then or bounce and chain back, and everything just gets cleared, especially in cracks. The way Volt works, it says supported skills gain 3 voltaic charge per meter traveled. It's not like long shot meters where it's like the distance the projectile is. It's how far your character moves. As you can see, it stacks up while I'm moving the game. So at 30 stacks, it gets 15% of damage as extra lightning and 3 chains. It's just pretty sweet, I found. Primal Armament is just a 25% more weaponelli damage. Pretty good. Link, there might be a better one. Again, none of my links are like locked in. I haven't done refining of this build. I've kind of just put stuff in as I've leveled what's felt good and kept going. And you can saw the tier 14 map was pretty chill. Explosive Spear quickly is just to detonate my Storm Lance. it has overabundance to have another limit. I might get rid of that. That was from when I was using it for damage. Magnified effect, in case my storm lances aren't stacked, I want it to just hit them all. Or if I just miss through my explosive spear. Expedite makes it detonate faster, which is just nice because that's what its job is. So I get the 1, 2, 3, 4. Throw my explosive spear. They blow up. Herald of Thunder. Deadly Herald, don't need this. It's 20 spirit, not worth the damage my Herald of Thunder is doing. I just have a lot of excess spirit. I should have another aura in. Again, I just haven't gone through and like tuned up the build. I've just been owning, so I've been keeping with it. Precision though gives me damage on everything because of my ascendancy and crit, and conk effect is just more damage for the Herald. Doesn't matter. Stormlance. This is used in single target. I have martial tempo because it does take a little bit to throw, but with all the action speed I have and the attack speed from martial tempo, I can throw them pretty quick because I do want to get 4 down pretty fast to blow up. I have retreat since these are, since I'm going to be meleeing too. I usually throw 1, 2, 3, 4, throw this down, wait for it to detonate, and melee. The next 4 I throw down will be buffed from that. It might be better to try to scale the detonation damage instead of the actual projectile damage. I bet that is better, but I'm happy with how it is right now. I might switch that later and do some testing. Barrage, like you saw on the map, is great. You can actually use it on your Stormlance too if you want to get a bunch down quickly. But I have it linked to premeditation, skills empowered by support skills to 15% more damage, so it just makes them better. And then second wind, so you can do twice. I have deliberation linked. I actually don't think this is doing anything because it's Barrage isn't doing damage. The spell empowered by Barrage is. This isn't doing anything. I'm just holding it here to use later. I should put something else in. Wind Dancer is a great aura. You should have. It just gives you more evasion. Blind on it, so if you do get hit, higher chance to survive. You don't just get meleeed right after. Cannibalism, nice sustain for the maps. It just heals you up. It does take 15 spirit though. And Maim, I just put it on here. It doesn't do. And Voltaic Mark, there's probably better supports. I don't even remember to use it. You might want to use Sniper's Mark instead for frenzy charges, as that will buff our lightning spear by 50% more damage. Yeah, it doesn't seem necessary. It'll split to ward more targets, which would help the clear though. I do want to scale frenzy charges on this build eventually, but for now I decided to go with crit. I thought it was maybe a little easier to scale, and like keep up frenzy charges all the time without parrying seemed rough. I think I would just consume too many too fast that it wouldn't be worth it. So I went with critical strike instead of elemental infusion on the ascendancy. I went this third because I didn't want to invest in accuracy. So without investing in accuracy, I went in for the kill first. It helps on bosses a ton and rares. So I actually really like these nodes down the middle. You don't help with it doesn't help with your clear. Well, it does help with your map clear because of the rares in them, but it really helps with the bosses. I think it's worth it. I think the 40% increased skill speed you get paired with Dance with Death, you feel super fast when you're fighting those open weakness bosses. I think next I'm going to go for Penetrate. Just keep getting more crit and accuracy. Just a way to scale the build. Eventually, I would like to maybe go into Elemental Infusion and Infused Avatar. I think that would be pretty good. I haven't done the math. It's all feely, but I could do something like drop in for the kill and go like 1, 1, 1 or something. And then maybe 2 to here for the flat physical damage, because physical does get converted to lightning or a lightning spear. Going to the tree, I click damage everywhere. If you're leveling, click damage. It is going to make the game feel better for you. Try not to spend many points traveling. As you can tell, like pretty much everywhere I went, except for down here, I am getting damage everywhere. And I did that while leveling. It made my life easier. I saw people struggle with this. If you're on hardcore, you can't do that, obviously, right? You have to take more defensive nodes. Defensive nodes are good. But I wanted to feel strong. I want to feel powerful going through the campaign and early maps. So I just clicked damage pretty much everywhere I could. Primal Instinct, I came out with the attack damage. Stalk and Leap. So if I do melee damage, I do more projectile damage. If I do projectile damage, I do more melee damage. So with my playstyle of spear stabbing very quickly to finish off mobs and hit bosses, it does buff everything that I projectile. And my projectiles buff my spear stabbing. So I also grab Adaptive Assault for the same reason. It's just pretty nice extra damage since I am auto. Since I've gotten Critical Strike in my Merc Lab, I've been picking up Accuracy to scale my crit. My crit's still not great. Even my support gems for Lightning Spear might switch into crit soon when I have enough. But I've been picking up some, like I'll get Persistent Salvo next. I actually don't know if I want this wheel. But other than that, sorry, that's my phone. Scaling LE damage is good. LE damage, attack damage, evasion, move speed is great. Here's just more projectile damage, more LE damage, more attack damage. I might drop these 3, but they're just on the way, right? Quick, easy points on the way. I came down and got Dance with Death. Got rid of my shield. That's a defensive nerf, but the more skill speed, I just really enjoy it. I think it locks me down for a short amount of time, allows me to dodge easier, and it just kind of feels better to play with. On hardcore, you might not want to take this. I think the build's still viable. Just for me, I am okay dying once in a while. I don't want to die ever, but it's fun to play with. So I'm playing with it, and I get acceleration for the increased skill speed and movement speed. I really like picking up movement speed. I've been picking up the accuracy. This spear wheel, I guess, not a wheel, spear. I didn't get the crit until I went crit, but I did come and get the rest of it. It's been good, it's just more damage. And after that, I came down to get versatile arms. I'm going to respec this now that I have the accuracy actually to go this way, save a couple points. But I don't know how good this wheel is. It does seem a little maybe under stat valued. Like, I don't know if I need that much attack speed. Especially with Falcon Dive. But I don't know. We'll see. It seems okay since I'm coming over for Force of Nature anyway. And then I come all the way to Lightning Rod and stretch across. It might not be worth it since the nerf. It's only 30% chance. I do hit a lot, so maybe it's good. Who knows? POB knows, but I haven't tried. This has all been feely for me. I could see the world where you cut everything here, and maybe even this. You might even cut this whole section and go up or something and get more accuracy. But I don't know. Things have been feeling great for me. You could path through Eagle Eye instead as well if you don't want to do as much meleeing, since it gives you accuracy. Or node. That's pretty much the tree. Oh, I also get the Herald because of Herald of Thunder. This is like 74% increased lightning damage. Or 24% increased damage, 50% increased lightning damage. Which is really good. I feel like for 3 points. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, tell me. But that seems strong to me. I grab crit. Since I've been going crit, these nodes just seem good. 1% flat crit on the attack is nice. And then I will be grabbing Bestial Skin. I need a dex, so I came over to the dex. But these evasion stuff, pretty good. Yeah, that's it. For scaling farther, again, there's frenzy charges. If you can scale the frenzy charges, that's a lot of damage. It's more clear. Ways to do it are with Sniper's Mark and the Aura. You have to electrocute, freeze, or pin. I don't know which one's the best of those. If someone figures out a good way to sustain frenzy charges with this, I'd love to know. But so far I decided to focus on scaling my crit instead of frenzy charges, and I might in the late game try to scale both for an even more multiplicative damage increase. Quickly going over my gear, it's pretty much life res everywhere I can. Flat, like this has some flat-headed cold, some accuracy, which is also actually becomes a damage stat. Life, and attack speed res. I'm gonna get new ones. These are damage gloves. I'd rather some more res. I had really bad res for a long time, but I'm pretty much capped now. Not even, but close. Life, res. Pretty bad belt. Boots with life. Good life, res. Only 15% movement speed and not that much evasion. Obviously, I want more evasion, more life, more res in all my gear. Chest has 34 spirit, which is currently not even being really utilized well, but it should be. So a bunch of res, life, spirit could be better. My rings I haven't even touched in a while. This one has a lot of flat, fizz, fire, life. So it's okay. Evasion, this is just res again. I needed res, so I would replace this. And I'd also replace this. This is attributes. Attributes are a little tight. I might be able to, yeah, see it. Right. Fix that. Again, a pretty bad helmet. All this is solo self found. I recommend, I don't even have a socket in my weapon at the moment, which is pulling. I recommend make sure you pick up socketed items and salvage it and put in your runes. It helps with the res a lot. I didn't do it. Should do it. Scale your res, scale your evasion, scale your lightning damage and stuff like that, and you can just kind of cruise through everything. In max, just pick up damage nodes, put on Volt on your lightning spear. The chaining just goes huge. It help you clear everything, and you saw the boss with a single target. I'll do a follow-up where I'm going to go, once I get my 5 links and probably tier 16 maps, another couple levels, go through and reevaluate all my support gems, try to tune it up to be max efficiency, but I want to get something else out now while I'm still leveling, because I know people are struggling with the Amazon. I found this build awesome so far. It's one of the most fun to play. It feels like Lightning Arrow PoE 1. The clear and the spread on the maps is just sweet. Sorry for the longer video, but I hope this helps people. I will timestamp and touch in the description. I don't know if I'll do a PoE planner for this. If someone wants to put one up or something, I can link to it. But once I have a more finalized version, I'll probably do a PoE planner. But for now, if you're looking for help leveling, I guess I'll do some quick leveling tips. Use Lightning Spear and Volt. Use Storm Lance. Throw 3 down. If you don't have it quality, you can only throw 3. Explode it, and the single target will be okay. Upgrade your spear as much as you can. You want flat fizz, flat lightning, percent fizz, attack speed, all that. I think you should try to roll an instant recovery life flask. That went really hard for me. It helps you survive so much with just some instant recovery on your life flask. And other than that, yeah, you'll struggle with Act 1 and 2, but once you get through it, for me, it just got a lot better. And I didn't even get that lucky with a single. This is a good staff now, or spear. I can call them staffs. But I replaced my spear like 6 times throughout the campaign. It wasn't just I had one OP spear. Just pick up every spear you find, transmute, aug it, looking for flat, regal. Like, use your regals, use your exalts on your spears. If you find a good base that's requires your level, just use it. Yeah, any questions, put them in the comments. Any tips, if you have some tech or some good ideas, also comment that. And I think this is a good build. Thanks, guys.